For centuries, the buffalo provided the essentials of life for prairie indigenous peoples. The fur and hide were made into clothing and shelter, and the meat was the main source of food. At one time, there had been over 50 million buffalo on the North American plains.
Now, wolfskin hunters are running too. The herd is coming fast behind me.
The U.S. government encouraged the slaughter of the buffalo as a strategy to conquer the Plains Indigenous people. In Canada, white hunters helped slaughter about 4 million buffalo. Fearing starvation, the Indigenous people signed treaties with the government. They gave up their nomadic way of life and had to settle on reserves. This resulted in a loss of culture, traditions, and a way of life. Good morning from Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump here in Alberta. This is an amazing place. We've just visited the museum down there. We learned a lot about the Blackfoot tribes and how they did their buffalo hunting. Super interesting.
So at the base of the cliff, wounded animals would be killed and start butchering. Would be right where that cliff is. So right where all the brush is down there.
So Mike and I are on a road trip. We left a few days ago from Vancouver Island and we made our way to Alberta and we're heading to Saskatchewan. Supposed to get there today, but at this rate, I don't know if we will, but I really wanted to stop at Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump because my ancestry is Metis, and so I feel, I don't know, like, you know, we were buffalo hunters too, so I just really wanted to see something really significant to the buffalo hunt. And just being in this area, knowing that the buffalo used to roam free, wide and free out in the plains. Yeah, pretty cool. Just sitting here on this bench, just reflecting of what took place here like thousands of years ago. It's really interesting feeling to know that this is where the buffalo hunt took place. For being a Métis person, it's just so interesting to be here knowing that this is what our ancestors did, the buffalo hunt. A few years ago, my mom and I, we used to teach Métis culture in the schools and we used to have a buffalo hunt, and we used to hide little cutout buffaloes from the kids, and they used to have to go find them like we're having a pretend buffalo hunt. It's one way to incorporate history lessons, cultural history lessons, and fun. People learn better that way when it's fun. So we're camping in Taber in Alberta, and our neighbors here, they're into rodeo, so we're just going to talk to them tonight and they're going to show us how to do some roping. So I'm really excited. Okay, let's go check it out. So how long have you been doing this for?
Oh, about 7 years? 7 years? Something like that.
And you've been doing it about that same amount of time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we rope on a ranch too, and we actually treat animals this way, so.
Yeah.
Oh no. Wave off. We practice all day.
Yeah, that's fun.
We throw hundreds and hundreds of loops all day long.
So how did you get into this?
Oh, Alberta.
Just Alberta, yeah.
Living in Alberta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We moved from Manitoba.
Oh, okay.
And we started buying horses and rodeoing as soon as we got here, so.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's been a lot of fun.
You guys are really good.
Didn't start out that way, that's for
No,
sure.
lots of practice.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ballgame once you get on a horse too.
Oh, nothing feels the same.
It's a lot of practice on the ground until you got that muscle memory, and then you can finally ride a horse and do it.
Yeah.
So do you bareback at all, like on the bulls?
That's more like rough stock. So I used to ride steers actually.
Yeah.
So,
So you used to ride steers?
yeah. So it's like bull riding, but for kids.
Okay.
And yeah, 15 and under. But it's just a lot of injuries.
I
So,
bet. Yeah.
Dad said let's stick to roping after that.
Yeah. What kind of injuries did you get?
For me, it wasn't too bad. A lot of pulled muscles and soft tissue damage, but no broken bones. For a lot of kids I know, though,
Yeah.
concussions, break their backs, all that type of stuff. So
Well, that's not good.
for me, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
My son Riley was in Calgary Stampede for steer riding. What year was that, Riley?
2019.
Really?
2019.
Yeah.
And how old were you?
13 would have been.
He ended up getting second that year.
Wow.
Yeah. No,
So
it's-
he got on TV and everything. That was pretty neat.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
Yeah.
for sure.
So what's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah.
And your name?
Riley.
Right. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Here. And I actually ended up breaking my wrist and my ankle on a horse. I got bucked off.
Yeah.
But we were on our way to the finals this year, winning some rodeos and
Yeah.
getting seconds, and I kind of screwed up the whole summer
Oh,
by
wow.
getting hurt. But that's the way it is. So
that's how it
Part
goes.
of life.
It is, yeah.
For sure.
yeah, if you're not worried about getting bucked off, then
Then
you
don't
better
try.
not ride horses.
Yeah.
I don't think I better ride horses. I ride bikes.
So thank you so much, Ryan and Riley, for showing us how to do some roping and some rodeo experience. That's really fun. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
Bye.
Good morning. Here we are in Medicine Hat, Alberta, and we have come to check out the Saamis Teepe, which is a landmark here in Medicine Hat. And I'm not sure if it's Saamis or Saamis. It's S-A-A-M-I-S. But it's spectacular. The Saamis Teepe is the world's largest teepee. Each of the 10 masts feature a large storyboard showing aspects of Indigenous culture and history. Below the Saamis Teepe, in the scenic Seven Persons coulee, lays the Saamis Archaeological Site, one of the most important sites of the Northern Plains. The area was once a buffalo camp and meat processing site, and experts believe over 83 million artifacts are buried at this site. As always, thanks for watching, everybody. Please stay tuned for next week as we explore Saskatchewan and into Montana. Please consider liking and subscribing to my channel, and we'll see you next time.